What is up, guitar legends? Soundwild here. We've got a really fun lesson today. We're looking at the theme song from the series Friends. It's called I'll Be There For You. It's by a band called the Rembrandts. If you want to play along to this on Spotify or YouTube or whatever. Okay, that's who it's by. So if you take a look at the structure, we're going to work through this section by section. So let's start with this riff. We're going to play the same thing 4 times. For those of you that aren't used to playing riffs and you only play chords a lot, this might be a little tricky. But what we're going to do, we're going to play the A string, then we bring the pick down to the B string. We're going to play the B string, then hammer on the first finger after we play it. So you bring it down to the 2nd fret after you play the B string. Like that. Make sure the A string is still ringing. Don't block it off, because then it sounds weird. You hear that? If you leave it ringing, then it gives it that kind of extra feel, right? Now this time, we're going to play and then pull off. Make sure when you pull off, you pull the string down. Don't just take the finger off. Pull it down and off. Like that. Then we're going to add 2 more notes. I tend to pick down then up for this. So still the 1st finger 2nd fret, but now we're on the G string. So now we have so I tend to do up, up, up. All up strokes there, because it's off the beat, right? So you have 2 open G strings, then fingers back down again. Then we do 2 downstrokes. So I pick, hammer on, and then pick again with the 3rd finger off. Just work on this a little bit, then add them together. We do it 4 times. And then we come into the verse. Now the rhythm is pretty much the same for the entire song. We're going to play down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So just to practice this, get the 1st chord ready. We have the A chord here. You can do fingers 1, 2 and 3, but I find it much easier and smoother if you do 2, 3 and 4. Okay, and again the rhythm goes down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, round and round we go. Down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, 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 up. Alright, now you can do this rhythm for the entire song pretty much, if you want to keep it really simple as well. Now one advanced thing you can add to this rhythm, some of you might struggle with this, but it's worth a try if you want to do this. To get that snare sound, we want to emphasize on beats 2 and 4, okay? You can hear I'm just playing a little louder on those strums, right? Now you can even bring in the bottom of your hand can come against the strings on that stroke, and then you get this slap sound. Okay, now you don't have to do that. It's slightly more advanced, it's hard to get right, but it does give it more of a drum feel in these particular sections. Now for the verse section, we're going to stay on A, and A, and A, and G, right? So no one told you life was gonna be this way. Okay, now if you remember in the song we have those claps, don't we, on the G chord, that happens. So if you want to replicate that, you can do, you have to just release the fingers and you get a scratch sound because there's no chord on here. And you just play down, up, because there's 4 claps in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, up, down, up. So you start on the G chord, you can play down, down, up. So you're doing the first half of the rhythm, and then you do the scratches. So let me show you what it sounds like when it's in here. Okay, now it's hard to get back into your A chord, so you have to be thinking about where you're going next as you're doing these scratches. Because then you're kind of pulling before you're even there. Now the second half of the verse, we do the same thing. We have A 3 times, but then this time, we're going to go to C sharp minor instead of the G, right? And we can play the full rhythm. We don't have the claps again, right? Now it's quite hard to change to this chord quickly enough. You want it to sound smooth like that. You want to kind of slide over as you're finishing that last A chord rhythm. So on the very last down up, that third A chord there, I'm going down, up as I'm changing. See that? Down, up. So you can change on during the down up strums. Okay, then it sounds much smoother and you're ready for the chord. Likewise, when you change to the next chord. We're going to a G chord after C sharp minor. Now we get to the pre-chorus. For the pre-chorus, we're not going to add in the slap effect, if you have been doing that. It's the same rhythm though, right? It's like you're always stuck in second gear when it hasn't been your day, week, month. Okay, so we're going to have G major. So have a look at this chord shape, same as we had before, right? We're going to go to D major. Hopefully most of you know this chord. Then we go to A. Okay, so that's the first half. Then the second half, we're going to do G to D to E major. Now the rhythm stays the same until we get to that final E major chord. Right, so if you listen, it's the same rhythm. For the last E major chord, you start with the normal rhythm, but then you just go into constant down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, just constant down, ups, but you build up the volume, and that brings you into the chorus in a nice way, because the drums do that as well. They go. Now, if you want to make the pre-chorus sound a little bit cooler, a slightly more advanced thing to do is go. Okay, so the first thing I'm doing is going a very fast down up before I come into the chord. That's quite difficult. Okay, most of you might struggle with that, but the main important thing is you make the first drum nice and loud. You can even do a little A sus there on the A chord. So just make sure the first strum is nice and loud. If you want to add a fast down up, then you can do, but that's just an option. Alright, we're on to the chorus now. For those of you that want to take your playing to the next level, make sure you sign up to my premium membership website. You'll gain access to all my backing tracks, all of my lessons, and I'll teach you how to improvise, solo, and play advanced chords. Enjoy the rest of your lesson, guys. Now the chorus section is nice and easy. We're just going to play A major with the rhythm once, D major, rhythm once, E major, rhythm twice, right? And then the third time, I'll be there for you, 'cause you're there for me too. Now this part's tricky because we're going to have to play G and get this. Okay, whilst playing the rhythm. Now you don't have to do this riff, you can just play the G chord, but try and, with the strumming, try and copy where the notes are, like. Okay, so you can adjust the rhythm so it fits with the riff notes. If you want to try the riff, here's what you do. Have second finger, just as like a normal G, second finger's in the bass, but the other fingers need to be ready here. So we start with just the bass note, then we do another strum, and basically we're going to have first finger on the G string, second fret, like that. It doesn't matter if you hit the other strings, that makes it sound bigger anyway, it's fine. Now you have to hammer on the pinky, and you can hear after you hammer it on, you pull it off, like that, and then it comes back down again. Let's try that. Then we're going to do B string and hammer on the first finger there, second fret, then it comes off. Finish, we have second fret G string, B string, and then back to second fret G string again, like that. So all together. Okay, don't worry about trying to strum this, just try and play the notes first. Now if you want to keep it simple, just play the bass note and then the riff. And then you come back in again. Okay, that's fine, that sounds really cool. I try and strum it. This is very difficult to get the notes and strum. So you can hear it sounds a little bit messier because you're getting the other strings in a little bit, but it does tend to sound bigger and more rhythmical. So it's up to you whether you just want to have bass note, or if you want to try and keep the rhythm right. Okay, a little bit messy, but it kind of sounds better in my opinion. You'll notice I do that for the play along anyway. Now, once we finish this chorus, we can just repeat everything. So we have another verse without the claps as well. We don't have the claps for verse 2. You can see we have a second pre-chorus in this structure here. We have second chorus as well. Now, when we get to the second chorus, we are going to still play the same riff and then go to A. But then we come into a bridge, alright? So just bear that in mind, after chorus 2 we go to an A, and that kind of leads us into the bridge. Now the bridge it's very easy, we just play the same rhythm, you don't even have to add the slaps in. Okay, you just have to kind of follow along with the chords. We start with D major, we do it 4 times, then we go to F sharp minor, so practice that chord shape if you need to. B minor, then A in the bass. Okay, so still a B minor chord, but then the A is in the bass. So you can move the first finger down, I tend to do that. Make sure you don't have the E string. Okay, I tend to block that with my thumb. You just rest it on the E string, and then it's not going to ring and you can just strum everything. Okay, so again, B minor, twice, A in the bass, twice, then G, D, E, D, E. So we're changing chords much quicker for this little section here. First we have G, then D with F sharp in the bass. You don't have to, but you can have the thumb here, second fret on the E string, you get F sharp in the bass. Then this very last line, be careful here, we're having to fit 2 chords into one rhythm. So you can see it goes, I'm just doing down, down, up, down, down, up. Okay, it's sort of like the first half of the rhythm twice. So this very last part. Then we have F sharp minor, D, E, sharp minor, E, A, D, E. It's like you're always stuck in. Then we go into a pre-chorus. So this bridge and this guitar solo-y kind of section is not that difficult. You just have to learn the chords. The rhythm is the same. Just practice playing along with me with that play along. It's coming up later and you'll be fine. Let's talk about how we're going to end the song. If you look at the structure, we've learned everything. We've just done the guitar solo part and the bridge. So now we just have a pre-chorus. Okay, just one thing to watch out for. The pre-chorus is the same, but at the end, even you're here, they add one more bar of E major. You see that? So it's the same thing, they just add one more bar. So you can kind of build up more slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just another bar. So just start really quiet and then build it up. Okay, you'll get a feel for that when you play along with me though. Then we're gonna have a double chorus. Okay, so we do the chorus as normal after this riff. It takes us straight into a second chorus. And then as you can probably imagine, just how you hear it when you're watching Friends to finish off the whole song, we just finish on the A chord with one strum. Alright guys, that is everything. Well done for getting this far. It's time for you to try the play along that is coming up. Alright, some of you are going to find the song a little bit quick. It's difficult to change chords because the song is very fast. Alright, but don't forget, you can go in the YouTube settings. You can actually slow this song down. Just go 0.75. You've got 75% speed. It might sound a little bit weird, but it will be much slower. So it's a good thing to do. Practice at the slower speed for a little while first. Right. Guys, if you found this video helpful in any way, please give it a like and make sure you subscribe. Hit the notification bell icon too. Alright, good luck with the play along. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.